Lee, I can hear your track really well.
It's just through my phone. It's so it's silly when it comes to the chorus. So I did that and I just stopped. But
Nice.
I said that. I said the Twitch like
I can hear you really well. Are you in like Europe?
what? No, I'm in Boston.
Boston, East Side.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I guess I got good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, me too.
Last night I was like producing with some guy who was in Sweden and another guy who was in Saudi Arabia, and we were all just like listening to each other's tracks and like bouncing out stuff and putting it into each other's project.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a link. Okay.
Yeah,
Or yeah, for my burger emergency call. Um,
I can mute my mic. That would help you producing.
you can what?
I said I can mute myself so I can watch and not feedback.
Yeah, you can talk through the microphone. I don't care. It's kind
Okay.
of it's kind of cool to have a guest. You're like my guest host.
Cool. I said like
Like I have these two SoundCloud files. I don't know which one is the correct mix. I have to listen to the track first before I send it to you.
Mhm. Mhm.
And both track are called Burger Emergency Call Original Mix. It's actually a collaboration I did with Unai, a producer in Spain.
Mhm.
We just collaborated on this track, and it turned out pretty cool. We just have to work on the mix and make the track shorter. I guess it's what I'm gonna do this morning.
Oh. Well,
Whatever. I'll
well,
just
you,
I'll just send you one version.
while you do that, I'm gonna try and figure out this plugin I got. It's like it's an FM synth that's like modeled after the DX7.
Hmm.
But I don't know how it works at all. So and I don't know how to make it reset to 0. Hey, I don't wanna.
Are you watching the stream?
Oh, you send a link?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll link it to you.
yeah.
Twitch. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. You know, if you want, you have to do something
Well,
else. But
it'll
you
give you better audio quality.
okay? Let's be friends, Burger.
Of course. I always come on here at night because I notice most of the people on the server from Europe.
Yeah, it's a European server.
I did not know that. That actually makes a lot of sense.
It started in France actually. Like I was on this server, there were like we're like a small community, and then I don't know what he did. He wanted the Red Beats wanted to advertise the server on. He wanted more and more people on it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, all these Anglo Saxons came in, and it was like an English invasion.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play my
I
track. Here, if you wanna, I'd rather have you listen, not listening to it through the stream. I'm gonna share it to you and give you a private link.
can do that. If you can send that too.
Yeah.
Let's see what DAW you're using, huh?
I use Ableton.
Oh.
Oh, and sometimes I remix tracks that people send me to review, because the concept of my Twitch channel is to review tracks from other people. I listen to their composition, and sometimes I import them into Ableton. Like this track right here. This guy sent me this sick guitars loop, and I put some 808s on it with like some drums. It sounds really cool. I added some distortion and shit to the guitars. It's really crazy.
I'm gonna listen to that burger thing now.
You're listening to the burger thing? Cool, man.
So you do electronic music mostly?
Yeah, some hip hop and trap, but mostly EDM. How'd you like that track so far? Hello? Forever.
But I wish this would last forever. Waking up to your eyes, I don't have an answer, so I think I know you better. Waking up to your eyes, multicolored.
Good morning, guys.
You're the one.
How are you guys doing?
Fade away and move on, keeping it calm. 'Cause I know this won't last forever. Here's a toast to your unlost mother of us all. You and I are one together. Cause I know this won't
last forever. Last forever.
waking up to your eyes. I don't have an answer, so I think I know you better. Waking up to your eyes. Multicolored sunsets. You're the one who gives me shelter. Cause I know this won't last forever.
I'm still listening.
Yeah, alright.
Keeping it calm till we all fade away and move on. Keeping it calm till we all fade away. You live on.
I feel like I should make some dance music. I haven't made dance music in a while.
So did you listen to Burger Calls, Burger?
I think I'm about 6 minutes in.
Yeah, the track is long. I want to shorten it to 5 minutes, but I think by 6 minutes you get the point of the track. Do you?
Yeah. I also think that there could be more of a drop. There could be vocals closer to the middle, and then there could be a nice part in the middle where you could just break it down, you know?
You know, like go into the dreamy side.
Hmm?
Go into more of a dreamy side, because the track is really dreamy and yet also funny, you know?
Yeah. I
Which
think that when you have the vocals, like you could bring the track even not lower, but like a little more to like a standstill, but like with more of a low thumping build, you know?
Mhm.
And then have that like saw type of
Yeah.
and then like have more like type that type of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for the feedback.
Of course. I'm also gonna try and make a burger style track.
The burger style track. Are you
Yeah.
are you jacking my style?
You named it after me.
Yeah. So it's not really jacking. It's you're auto jacking your own style.
Yeah, I gotta get on my level.
Hey, how on the scale from 1 to 10, how are you? How good are you with warping
Warping what?
loops?
Pretty good.
Because I still have to get my head around it. It says, quand le warping est activé, l'échantillon est déformé temporellement par time stretch à l'aide de marqueurs warp, de façon à être lu en...
That is not my language.
Yeah, I guess, but like shit, man. Ableton warping issues. You know, those people. Sometimes people send me great loops on the Twitch, but they're just not on tempo.
Well, I work in Logic mainly. I have Ableton, but I don't have the license, so like I'm still learning it. Just because I can't really use it because I can't save anything I do. So
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, that's not productive at all.
it's a good learning tool, but I haven't opened this since the first time, like working in MIDI and like doing all that stuff. So I can't really help you with warping. But in Logic, it's so easy because I can hold down like Alt and then just like Just drag it. I need to get kicked. I mean, if you got like something right now, like what do you call it? One of those loops and then like a tempo, I can match it and send it back. Oh, come on, give me that. Yeah, there we go. Copy. I'm really trying to get good at making tracks in like an hour or 2 hours, because I feel like after you work on it for more than like 2 hours, you get lost. You start worrying about the little details, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I do that so much. It's just hard to get a good session in.
Oh, finally, I think I got a good loop now. Because sometimes people play, they play live instruments, you know? It's different than using a DAW where everything is quantized and everything. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, I usually put audio in for my keyboard rather than just like, now I'm steering more away from like MIDI notes. And if I use MIDI, like most of the time I'll use as like external audio. Like I'll use it to control my keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I went through that phase of buying all the plugins that I need, and then after that it's like I could do it other ways. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the chat is really quiet right now. We have some lurkers, but nobody's speaking. I'm giving badges away to viewers. I think I have 4 left. So if you want them, just ask for them in the chat. If you want me to review your track, just drop your link in the comments as usual. It's 5:42 in the morning. I just woke up and we're gonna stream at least 4 hours, so we're here.
I could be up for 4 hours. That's not that hard.
With Burger as our guest host.
Yeah, that's that.
How long are you gonna be awake?
Well, it's 12:40 right now. I could be up. I'm usually up to like 3, 4. So that's about
nice.
3 hours, 4 hours.
I actually
Right
put
now.
it in the title of my stream that it's music feedback, VIP badges giveaway, and featuring Burger as guest host.
Nice.
You're my official guest host.
I'm starting off with like a. Let's try to race, see who can make the better beat.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just playing around with loops that people have sent me. Not really trying to make anything serious.
Neither am I. I mean, I'm never making something to finish, right? Probably should, but I don't.
Oh, my chat was frozen. I have to reload it. Sorry guys, I think the chat was frozen. Try to type in some messages in the chat just to confirm that it was indeed frozen. I just reloaded it. Sorry about that. We're live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Hooray! All right. Let's go back to the guitars. Freestyle on the flow. Guitars fade away. I wish I could rap. Burger.
Yeah.
Do you have any lyrics?
What?
Do you sing?
I do not sing. I have very bad freestyle flow, but when I do, like, want to fill something up, I'll write something out.
Yeah, me too. Last forever. Last forever.
Waking up to your eyes, I don't have an answer, so I think I know you better. Waking up to your eyes, multicolored sunsets, you're the one who gave me shelter. I know this won't last forever. But I wish this would last forever. Keep it in I'll fade away and move on. Keep it in we all fade away and live on.
With Insanity Music follows the channel. Thank you. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna make a track after this.
This is what I got so far.
Nice. Reminds me of Midnight Express.
I'm gonna change the sound out for the melody. Oops. Yeah, something like that.
Midnight Express, totally all the way.
Let me get a C-roll up. Ooh. I made something. Get that reverb on there.
Waking up to your eyes, I don't have an answer, so I think I know you better. Waking up to your eyes,
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna make a new project.
Yeah, oh, I got the lead going. Okay. I'm just gonna keep popping in and out.
Dun-dun-dun. So, what kind of music do you usually make?
What? What stuff do I usually make?
Yeah, what kind of music?
I usually make like really chill stuff, like kind of R&B, but with like kind of jazz harmony. But I really enjoy like making like overproduced EDM stuff. And then because I don't like to play live, so I just make everything in the box. So and then I make hip hop, of course, because now you have to.
You make it pop. Make it pop. Make it pop.
If you make it pop, you have to make it hip hop. So, you know, you got to be able to make hip hop. You can't make hip hop. You can't make anything.
Alright.
Here, I got a little bounce of something I did yesterday. I can pull it up just for a sec. Like this, is like the beginning of this track is usually type of stuff I make. Then it kind of took a turn right here.
Ooh, I like the. Ooh, that sounds nice.
And then it would just drop back to the beginning like this, or like, yeah, I don't know.
I was actually dancing. That was cool. Let me grab something to smoke. I'll be back.
Cool. I got my Juul right here. Very bad habit, but very good friend. I will entertain the masses. Guess something like that'll work.
Hello, Lucio. For sure, you can send me feedback. No problem.
Okay, let's see if I can make this work.
You have a file How are you gonna send me the file? You have to upload it to somewhere. How are you going to send me the file? Let's listen to a track I really like from one of the viewers. It's called Good from Red N. Yup, Bayer Dynamics. You got it right, my brother. Are you on the chat, Burger?
What?
What? Did you say what? Burger.
Yeah.
Are you on the chat?
Which track? Put me on the beat.
Yo, with Insanity, I just saw your messages on the Discord. Hey Burger, do you mind if we move this to my Discord?
I don't mind.
I'll send you an invite link, okay? I'm gonna switch to my Discord.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm in an exclusive club.
Yes, you are, my friend. It's growing every day. That was When You're Hood, You're Good by Red N. We always listen to tracks that make it into my playlist from the listeners are good tracks. They yeah, upload it to the Discord server then. Yeah. Send it via Discord. That's better. When you're hood, you're good. When you're hood, you're good. All right.
Lucio Beats.
Ghost
Kill
melody.
them all.
I learned a new term today from a YouTube video. A ghost melody.
What's
Take the same sound, and it's when you take the same sound and then you just go through the notes in your chord that aren't really different, but then you just layer it in a lower or like a higher register, a lower volume. So like I just did this, right? So and I added this on top of it. The high note. To add more texture, you know, but not really change the timbre.
So hold on, I'm gonna review a track from Lucio. I'm gonna put it in Ableton, and because he wants,
Of course,
feedback on the mix. The tag, Lucio says the tag is inside between me and my internet money friends. It's just a joke. Don't mind it, lol. My real tag is real nice. Okay. So Lucio, I downloaded your track. I'm gonna put it in Ableton and see if we can help you with the mix.
Yeah, wait, I'll stop doing this and I'll listen to the stream.
All right, man.
I'll also give feedback because I am a guest.
When you're hood, you're good. Come on.
How many tracks would you say you've touched?
How many tracks did I what?
Like, have you just messed with or created?
How many tracks have I created?
Or co-created?
I have about
Had like a little.
I I have about 63 private tracks on my SoundCloud, I guess.
60 or 360?
60. But they're like
Okay,
but they're
okay.
but they're like ancient, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you look back on your tracks, you know,
Like 4 years ago, I
yeah,
never touched.
I've been producing for 3 years and a half, I guess. And when I look back on my tracks from like 6 months ago, I'm like, oh my god, you know.
I feel like Thanos now. I just touch it. It just make it. Compared
Yeah.
to struggling for hours.
I'm sorry, my
I've been
Ableton is being
producing for like 4 years, but
yeah.
I've been like mixing for like 6, I think. So my mixes are easy, but then the creation process is a little slow sometimes.
So you were a sound engineer before you were actually a producer.
Oh, I'm still in college, but I got at first I got a certificate editing audio radio in Pro Tools and Logic.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna do some field work and then come back, get my degree. Money's needed.
Yeah, you gotta feed yourself.
Yeah, I need to feed my instrument lust. Okay, let's hear this track.
Let's see this track. Yeah, I'm gonna just drop an EQ real quick.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
I don't know. So Burger, you're the mixing expert. I would say, I'm just asking you right now. When you see on the spectrum a low end that goes above 12 dB, is that a good sign or a bad sign?
I'm not really looking. I'm more just hearing.
Lucio.
The thing I hear is I'm not really hearing the punch in the lows. The lows are fine, but I think that it can be a little more crisp in the 808 hits. So I think
Mhm.
maybe a little bit more distortion on those 808s, but not like killing it. But just having a little bit of the higher end punch through in the end.
So you're talking
maybe a little
about
punchier compression.
50 to 100 hertz frequencies, right?
No. I'm talking more about hearing those upper frequencies in the 808.
Yeah, but
Punchier notes.
Lucio
like, higher
Beats.
with-
Kill them all.
yeah, for me to do that, I think I'd have to reduce some of that. Um,
I think that low end would sound great in a car.
yeah, I think I would EQ it a little bit, something like this.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
I think I do a little less sharp without hearing it, and then just put some cutoff, put like a high pass on it, just like up to 40 or 50, but like a really light one.
Yeah.
really look at the meters anymore. See, what I'm seeing from the meter is that there could be also like a bump in the highs, like 8 hertz up.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Little less, but yeah.
So here we go. I think we have something cool right here. So I would dip the 808 a bit around 30 hertz, boost around 80 hertz to get some punch, and then just do a high shelf on the boost the levels a bit on the highs. And let's hear the before and after. That's
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Oh, sorry, Lucio. I thought you were talking about a cutoff in the beginning, and I was like, what? I didn't put a cutoff. That was the beginning of your song, which was cut off. Sorry about that.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Oh, but you know what? I think after the tank is, I think the hi-hats should come in before the drop. Like,
Let's try to put some.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
maybe even half that time.
Like this.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Yeah, like that.
Your mix with the East and Fire mix. Yeah, I think you can easily boost the highs up at least like 3 or 4 dBs. What do you think, Burger? Burger.
At least, yeah. Yeah, one sec. I'm a little behind watching the stream.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
You know, I'm hearing more of the individual instruments that are going into it, like that. I think like the 500s to 1000s could be dipped down a little bit. And yeah, like I said, the punchiness of the 808 isn't really there. I think it's more of like a passive 808 when that's the most bumping thing, you know. Yeah, I think the power of that 808 isn't coming from the lows. I think that's the ride-off. But like, if you put like a note on like 500-600, you'll hear the pop. Like you need to hear the pop from the attack.
So it's a kick synth design issue, not an EQ one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said in the beginning, I think there could be a little more distortion just on the 808.
Yeah, so more attack. Where did you get the 808, Lucio? Was it a sample or something else?
Lucio
I do not
Beats.
use FL
Kill them
Studio.
all.
I actually know a free plugin or two for this.
Yeah, me too. I actually did this techno EQ distortion rack. I call it the techno distortion effect rack. I'm gonna drop it real quick on your channel. It's made up of like free distortion plugins I downloaded. But say yeah, Burger will.
And then there's also a company called Camel Audio that makes a free distortion called Camel Crusher, and it works pretty good on 808s.
I've heard about this Camel Crusher. I don't have it yet.
Oh yeah, it crushes those humps, dude.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Oh, you got trash too.
I really don't know how to use it yet. I still have to watch videos about it. What do you think about?
I think the wideness should be only like 60, 50.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Oh yeah. On that lead synth in the intro, I think that you can cut some of the mid lows, like 500-600. Just put a high pass filter on that because it's a little too bass heavy. So like when the 808s come in, it doesn't get in the way of anything. Yeah, it'll just be really nice and smooth. Yeah, you hear with the distortion.
Lucio.
See, like now it's like it has like a
feel to it.
It's like resonating.
Now let's trash it.
Lucio Beats. Kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards it's gonna
Yeah,
distort.
cut some of
the-
those lows. Keep that distortion.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it for Lucio. It's about the whole time we have. Frank 17DR says, "You found feedback, bro." What does that mean? You found it. We
We
give.
gave pretty constructive feedback.
Yeah, that was pretty. Oh well, who were you talking to, Frankie 17DR? Lucio. Yeah, I think that was cool feedback. I think you're a pretty cool guest host, Burger. You should be on the show more regularly.
I should have my own show.
You should have your own. All right. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So tell us, you're like a sound engineer?
Is anybody? Frank, you got a track? What?
So you study in college for?
I could be a sound engineer. That's a future plan.
Yeah, we do feedback, Frankie17. I'm here with Burger off the internet on my Discord channel.
Just step up to the podium, Frankie.
Send us a link. Thank you for your track, Lucio. That melody is stuck in my head.
Oh boy, YouTube link. Let's get those illegal downloads. Just kidding.
Guitars, I like that. Alright, usually when I listen to a beat, I groove. And I feel like grooving right now. There's like a picture of like the reincarnation of Bob Marley. That's really cool. Cool beat. High pitched vocal could be clearer. I'm wondering what's actually being said. But if it's just to support a clearer vocalist, like a singer, rapper, this would be fine. A little more reverb on the piano in the background, maybe. I'm just wondering what it would sound like. But it has the piano as its place in the mix, I think. This track would be perfect for someone to sing over. So the way you mixed it, I think it's really cool. You left a lot of place in the mix to add vocals. I totally want the reincarnation of Bob Marley, or whoever that is. I guess that's someone famous or something. So I guess that's pretty much it. So Burger, what do you think?
In the, I guess, 400 to 1,000 range. That's probably too broad, but somewhere in there where all the reverbs kind of mix in together and they kind of add back to the sound that you have. I think if you cut back on the reverb a little bit, for some of the things, that it'd be pretty cool. Now, I think that some of the sounds could have, well, let me say I think there's two types of plugins, and I forget what the name of this guy is, but he's a pretty famous mixing engineer, and he says that there's two types of plugins.
The guy in the picture, or a guy you're talking about?
No, it's just some random famous dude. He what's it called? No, the guy in the picture is J. Cole. He said that there's two types of plugins. One are things like EQ and compression that add clarity, like things like de-essers that clean up a mix, and then there's things that add vibes, like phasers, delays, reverbs, and stuff, and they add stuff. I think that more of the high ends could have like some sort of like a phaser or a chorus to give it a little bit of movement and a little bit more of a vibe, because it's all just really clean, you know? And I mean, as the beat goes on, there's a lot of development. Well, not really a lot of development, but you get a feeling that it's going to come back to that part that you want to hear. And I think that you should manage the low end frequencies on the piano and make it so it's girthy and it has has body, but it doesn't take up. And yeah, I mean, I think there can be more higher frequencies on the master, but don't ever put anything on the master. I mean, just like all the higher frequency things, just like bump up a little bit, you know.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Now that we got the technical side taken care of, I want to tell you that the track is uplifting. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to sing. So maybe you could get more reverb, less reverb, and yada yada yada. I was just saying maybe to try adding more reverb on the piano, because I wanted to see how it sounds like maybe in a breakdown, or not necessarily when someone's singing. But your track is cool, dude.
Yeah, and I think once you get vocals, you can reassess what plugins you're gonna put on it, like what reverb, how much delay. I would like to have a chorus or a phaser on those background things to kind of just get them out of the middle of the track. And then, yeah, I mean, also a little bit of panning. If you haven't panned, I mean, I know I'm listening to this from a YouTube video through a Twitch stream in headphones. So hearing the perfect mix of space. But, yeah, I mean, like, the panning will give more room for dynamics and more punchier. Yeah, I guess you'll just hear more of the hits. And when you hear the hits, you'll hear the individuality of each instrument and each word, even from the vocal samples. Yeah.
With great effort, man. Let's move on to Head to Toes Did.
Head to Toe Zooted.
Head to Toe Zooted. Gangsta.
You naked, excuse me. Respect the motherfucker. set. Bottle service, cause you know we love to flex. Money double up when I fuck a check. Bitch, I got now. Fuck who got next.
Music for assassins. Don't fucking kid around. So Tatokai.
Bring that back one more time. I gotta.
Tell us a little bit more about the track Head to Toes.
Posted with my click, we ain't never flinch. Credit card, work the wrist, look around with the chip. All the sauce made a slip, when I walk I drip. We don't care that you rich and corny little bitch. I started all the vibes, started all the waves. Could've made it in my country, took it to the States. I'm feeling like I'm ace, giving all the fades. Hit and run, they starving, taking pics on my plates. Moving it quick, trying to get rich and I'm dodging these pigs. Got hit in the Uber, they call me a list. She pissed, but it is what it is, what it is. Girl, I'm stuck up in my ways, yeah. My ways, yeah. You can call me when you naked. You naked, excuse me. Respect the motherfucking set. Bottle service, cause you know we love to flex. Money double up when I fuck a check. Bitch, I got now. Fuck who got next.
I want to hear more of that ARP in the background. It's like there, but not there at the same time.
Okay.
How do you feel about that, Burger?
I think
See that ARP right there.
yeah, no, yeah, I think that ARP can definitely pop out more. I think yeah, since you made this beat, I think I can go into more technical terms. I think that you could double it with another octave up, and then I think the octave up can have a little more a little longer of an attack. Back from the beginning, I think that the kick drum can have a little more of a higher end pop to it, so that it pops out a little more. And then I'm gonna skip around a little bit. The gunshot had some sort of like phaser effect on it because it wasn't just a straight out gunshot. It was more like how to explain that now. I think that kind of distracts from the vibe. That's more of just an effects thing, not really the song coming out. Also that get him I think that because it's not a real vocal, once you notice it, it comes back exactly the same each time, and it can be just for me. I'm really cautious about adding like chorus, because they sound kind of fake in the MIDI. So I think maybe changing the velocity around a little bit or having a couple different vocals. I think that sounds kind of familiar. That kind of sounds like an Omnisphere patch. So I think maybe having like 2 or 3 of them open and then layering them and then changing the volumes of them a little bit can kind of make it a little bit more. Original is such a bad word, but I mean, like just a little more fresh, you know. And then
Like adding some variants.
I think that from 2 tracks ago, Lucio's thing also, like I don't think the kick needs, I mean the 808 needs more distortion, but I think that it can have a little more like higher end. Yeah, the arpeggiator is nice in the end. I like that, and the vocals are good. I think it can use a little bit less distortion. And even though I really hate it, I'm also from New York. I'm from Long Island. I'm in Boston right now. But what is it called? Yeah, a little less distortion, and it could have a little more of that tuning sound. I mean, people really like that for some reason. So I think I know that it's really straight on, but I mean a little more of that in and out, like the rather than like I don't know how to explain that either. It's just you gotta hear it. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say.
Hey, good feedback, man. Good track.
Nothing's wrong with it. I like it. It's
Yeah,
just,
me too.
It can lead up.
A track for murderers, I tell you. It gets you that feeling that he's gonna kill someone.
I'm happy to go see this new movie.
So we're gonna take a break from feedback and go back to playing music. I'm gonna go and produce some stuff.
Let me see.
Yeah, Head to Toes. Good luck with that. Let us know if it hit the movies, if it worked, because we're not in the U.S. I'm not in the U.S., so I don't know if it will.
If anybody wants to leave a link, I'll listen to it and give a little bit of feedback.
All right, I'm gonna have breakfast. Breakfast is good for you. I'll be back, guys.
Yo, head to toe. Head to toe. If you got
L'heure de l'autopsie a sonné.
you got
C'est le temps de
Instagram or
gravir
something?
des sommets. Je suis l'assassin dans cette série. Et le commissaire est mort assommé. Je passe plutôt mon temps à zoner. Par le vice, je suis harcelé. Mais j'ai mon sang-froid. Droit dans mes shoes, personne ne me mettra de bracelet. Si tu trahis pas, on est ensemble. Le flow réduit le beat en cendre. En fait, ta mort, on crame l'encens. J'ai les idées noires comme le sang. Le monde déglogue dans tous les périmètres. Comme un gars qui se suicide sur Periscope. Certains n'ont pas connu père et mère. Donc je me réjouis avant qu'ils périssent, merde. L'homme n'apprend qu'après le drame. Ouais, joue avec le feu des âmes. Ils prétendent tous être des hommes. Ouais, moi tout ce que je vois c'est des ânes. Tous pervertis par le chiffre ici. Je crois que la bienfaisance is missing. Pendant que certains croulent sous les missiles. Certains veulent se faire appeler messire. T'es cramé, t'es pas un super saiyan. T'es juste une putain de super salope. Tu seras content d'avoir tout l'oseille du monde quand tu te feras grailler comme une escalope. Ce monde c'est le désert, j'ai pas de boussole. Bloc est caché dans mes paroles. Je crois que je suis perché, bien trop perché. Je suis exilé hors d'hexagone. Idiot.
Damn, what is my Twitch? I want to leave a thing in the chat. Let's see. Let's get back into my Twitch account. So I got locked in. Hey Frankie, I'll listen to it. Send me a link. Okay, let me play it on my speakers. Oh wait, no, I was gonna go with his track. Okay.
Trust me, trust me. I don't like being alone. Thinking about hitting your line, yeah. I wish you would come over, but I'm just trying to balance my space. I'm just trying to take my place, so that I can't even feel the pain. But I love to feel the brain. Baby, I could use a break, so it just might have to wait. Oh. 'Cause I'm way too in love just to fucking let go.
Oh man, I almost spit a bar. It's the fire, super fire. Coming at you, coming higher. I gotta stay focused. Human for Fantastic Four, human flame going straight at you, coming to the brain. Humble rep into again. Hit the hand, come again, got the Glock, come again. What's my name? Your name, burger coming at your high, super fire. You know, the first thing that's striking me is that I really want to hear the pitch to the 808s more. And the lows are there, the hits are there, but the that I'm supposed to hear from the 808s that are supposed to be leading me through are not there. Because, you know, when you got an 808 that's replacing a bass, you got to have that tone so you could hear the chord quality that you're trying to imply. Even if there's no chords, you got that atmosphere, the higher ups with the sounds. So that's very, very scripted. You got those kind of off tune, but just right higher synths that are looping and creating an atmosphere. So the only thing that's leading you through it are the pitches of that 808. So if you could bring up those without really affecting too much to the high end, and even if you bring up the high end, I think more of those overtones will come out. You'll hear more defined 808. That might get in the way of the rest. Let me keep listening.
I don't have an answer, so I think I know you better. Waking up to your eyes, multicolored sunsets. You're the one who gives me shelter.
Again, I think that, well, not again. Your track was good on the other one. I think this one is very bass heavy in like the 300 to 500 range. I think that you don't really have any instruments in the lower part, but I mean, you can always check up to like 200, 250. No, I don't think the melody needs to be pitched up with the 808s. I just think the sound of the melody is being hidden by the what do you call it? By everything else, and I think you should bring out the melody in the 808. Not really pitching the melody up, just bringing out the higher frequencies in the 808 that give it the pitch. Like, yeah, if you can do that, that would be really helpful to the track. Yeah, because it sounds like it's a little low in comparison to the bass that's hitting, and also you know what? I think you can double up that piano with a high pass and a low pass on it, so you get all those middle frequencies in like the 1500 to 4000 range. And then you can make it sound like a telephone effect, and you'll get a more clear piano sound. And then you can lower the bass on it because it'll be more cutting to the mix. What else? You're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to cut out a little bit of those lows, just because I feel like this. I don't know if you're gonna get a female or a male rapper, but usually like a lower rapper would get caught up in all that mud, you know.
I don't have an answer, so I think I know you better. Waking up to your multicolored sunsets. You're the one who gives me shelter.
Besides that, I think that the vibe is there.
I know this won't last forever. But I wish this would last forever. Keeping it calm till we all fade away and move on. Keeping it calm till we all fade away. You live on.
While you were gone, I gave Frankie another tip.
So what's that other distortion VST called? Camelback?
What?
The VST we were talking about.
Camel Crusher. Camel Crusher.
Hello, Newman.
Do you have a track for us?
Camel Crusher is a free shading multi-impact module. It offers two distinctively unique twisting sounds which can be mixed together to make a wide assortment of tones and surfaces. Incredible for guitars, drums, and bounty more. There's likewise a warm, smooth, simple style low-pass channel with pearls of reverberation. Relegate a MIDI controller and begin tweaking. This module is not accessible any longer after the offer of Camel Audio to Apple.
You should hear what you could do with 808s with that. Sure, Normand, ask away. So what other plugins you got? So you got Machine. So you have Native Instrument?
Yeah, I have Machine Studio. Shorty. Naughty.
I wonder what big question Noman is gonna ask.
Yeah, like free plugins.
Get Reaper. Reaper is like $60, and it does everything that any program will do, and it's open source, so you can get whatever you want. If you want it to work like Pro Tools, or you want it to work like Studio One or Ableton, there's patches for it so that all of the key commands are exactly the same. And it's much more flexible, but there's probably less tutorials online. But Reaper if you buy Reaper for $60, they'll actually give you like 50 tutorial videos that'll teach you everything about the program. So they help you learn the program, which is actually a lot better than other DAWs and stuff. Yeah, but if something's $7 and the alternatives on the market are like at least 100, it's not that good. Most likely.
Yeah, the question I have is what was the intended purpose of the program? Because you're just talking about a music program. Was it a VST, a DAW?
Yeah, that's a good point. If it's a VST, you could definitely find it somewhere on the internet for free.
But a DAW for $7? I think it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, like what can you do? Also, I'm not advocating for getting all of your stuff for free. You should buy it so you can update it. And update your computer without it failing. There's nothing sadder than downloading something illegally and then you have to update your computer and then all of the stuff you worked on for the last year is gone. I've seen it happen to other people.
Yeah, in a general manner, it's always better to pay for your software.
Yeah, that way when you make it big and then they ask you, hey, where's your receipts? I don't think they'd ever do that, but VST stuff, what are you running it in? See? Caught one of you. Frankie. You got caught in the old LimeWire scam. That's been dead for a while. Pirate Bay? Let me look that up.
So, Burger, what did you say this Camel Crusher is good for? Kicks?
808s. 808s, anything that you want distortion on. But, you know, like, free stuff is always a trade-off. Because sometimes you'll always find a plugin for $200-$300, like Trash 2, that'll do it better. But the thing about free plugins is they have a color, you know? Like, if you get a whole bunch of Waves plugins, like, sometimes they're very trashed, but they do a job and they have like a certain sound to them, you know? A lot of people talk about Waves as like really bad, but like they have a certain tone to them. And like This I think Camel Crusher is a certain tone. If you know how to use it, you can get it to sound pretty good. Certain things. I'm not saying Camel Crusher is bad. I use it when I don't have a distortion in mind. But I do need trash too, so I think you got the upper hand on me.
Well, I can already do some cool effects on my kicks.
Yeah. So, yeah, try putting all the things down the distortion. Turn everything off but the distortion. Yeah, see, like it just bumps because it brings out all the harmonics. And then, yeah, put the levels up.
Wait, I have to leave the master on or it doesn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, I guess you gotta turn the master on. Yeah. Yeah, because there's the mix.
What does mech mean?
What? Mechanical noise.
Let's try it with another.
So there's
track.
two types. There's two types of distortion in this. One is tube distortion, which is more like an analog distortion. It's going to be warmer and fuzzier. Mechanical is going to be more like digital.
Okay. I love how you can randomize.
Oh no, man. Reaper is a DAW. It's like Logic or Pro Tools. It's not really a different program version. It's kind of like Ableton, but I don't know if it comes with its own plugins either. I don't think that would solve the problem. And oh yeah, our bass is pretty good. It's just it doesn't really add much tone though.
Let's try it on an 808 and see what it sounds like.
Have you tried the fat mode on the compressor?
Yeah, it goes.
Oh, on the 808 fire, by the way.
Yeah, I've only tried it on my kicks so far, my techno kick so far. I'm gonna put an 808.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little messy on a techno kick, but that one's gonna sizzle now. I think before you purchase Reaper, though, I think you should watch a couple of videos and see if that's what you want. It is cheaper, but it doesn't mean it's any less capable. You just got to know if you're going to be comfortable with it. Just as the DAW, I don't think so. It's something to work in. No, you should keep in mind that that more people are going to be using things like Ableton, Logic, or Pro Tools. But I mean, Pro Tools is way too expensive. You have to pay $100 a year just to use it.
What? I thought it was $500. I thought it was a $500 license.
You have to pay to get it, and then it's $100 subscription with your iLok.
What do you get for that?
I haven't renewed for like the last year and a half because it's just so expensive.
And what do you get for this subscription? Do they give you like free VSTs? Is it like
No, you're just able to use it.
Oh, sweet, great. Thank you, Apple.
No, not Apple, Pro Tools, but
Oh,
I mean Logic is 200. I think Ableton's like 350, right?
I don't remember because I bought it with Ableton Push and I got the sweet version, but it's expensive.
Nice.
Ableton Push. Look at my push. I push buttons.
Also, no mom, what's your budget like? Because depending on your budget, you can get a lot. If you didn't know, there's a lot of music products out there. Work that resonance in the cutoff. And then when you get the resonance and cutoff, you could mess with the mix a little bit.
So what's the goal we're trying to do with this 808?
I say compress it, turn off the fat mode, and then put tube on it. A little less mechanical, and then mix like a little halfway. And then maybe the resonance like halfway also.
Why are you sorry in Insanity within Insanity Music? What's up?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Some guy with a knife broke into your house, and what happened afterwards? Dude, you missed. You just like skipped the whole story. A guy walks into your house without a knife, then you just finish talking to the cops. What happened in between? You know, did you throw a pineapple at him to like drive him away? What the fuck?
Yeah, everything's good now. Now we can talk about music.
Yeah, I just finished. Okay, the guy came in. Then what happened? Dude, this is like something out of a movie.
Now we gotta make a soundtrack.
Yeah, make a soundtrack about it. You should have sampled him. You know, when he comes in when you see a guy walk into your house with a knife, you take out your portable microphone and just stick it to his mouth. It's like, what's up, man? He was on meth. God damn. So what happened?
Yeah, we'll be back song.
Yeah, I think he totally bullshit. He totally bullshit his way into this. He just wants feedback. No, seriously, did a guy high on meth came into your house? Is this like normal where you live?
It took 20 minutes. Gotta. Yeah, where do you live? I mean, typing the last thing, and then I gotta compete with these guys. Gotta come up with a good story to get on this. Hope you're not too shaken up.
Yeah, sure, man. Come talk to us.
Yeah, I gotta say that, like 3 weeks ago, I had nothing to do at 2 a.m. This is a great hobby. No, I mean most people usually don't start their hobbies at midnight.
Oh.
Okay, let's work on my thing a little bit. Okay, let's work on my thing a little bit. That did not drag correctly. That did not drag correctly.
Yo, Clay Tyler. He's back. He's back. He's back. His name is Clay. He's back. Yeah, we could listen to your track, Clay. No problem.
Yeah, I'll mute my thing so we can start listening.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
How are you?
Better now that the fucking guy with the knife is gone.
Well, I hope.
As for your question, does that happen a lot? I mean, apparently in this neighborhood it does. But,
New move?
yeah, and unfortunately, the reason I made this move is because the last place I lived, the police told me I needed to move for my safety because my upstairs tenants were dangerous people.
Well,
So
you're out.
I moved clear across fucking town, and now I'm in another shit area of town.
Well, there's only 2 more directions you can move around.
Alright, well, let me know when and where to drop my link, I guess.
Just
You
drop.
can just drop it right in Discord, I guess.
Yeah, or in the chat. You know, doesn't matter.
Technically, I got 2 tracks, but... Alright, well, but you know what, I'm gonna PM it to you. Oh, sneeze. There, PM'd it to you.
All right, let's get to it.
I'll send you the second one too, but you don't have to do that one right away.
Also, I'm just gonna send you a little friend request. I'm a 24/7 support line. Just because I'm always on my computer.
I saw you trying to mimic my logo there.
that spirit which is entitled romance. If ever she, the wan and the misty-winged Ashtophet of idolatrous Egypt, there is one dear topic, however, on which my memory fails me not. It is the person of Lygia. She was tall, somewhat slender.
The voice, the vocals remind me of Thriller.
You wanna know why? Because the guy that's doing the vocal for this is the guy that was in the start of Thriller.
What?
Vincent Price. The vocal I got was Vincent Price reading Edgar Allan Poe poems.
Yeah, what about him?
Wow.
So the vocal was Vincent Price reading Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
She came and departed as a
I think I hear just like 2 or 3 things, but I'll wait till the end.
shadow. I was never made aware of her entrance into my closed study, save by the dear music of her low, sweet voice,
Bye bye, Noman.
her hand upon my shoulder.
Oops. I think you're somebody's guy. People say, yeah, well, whatever. I was trying to say, just drop your track links in the chat and not on Discord, because then I can't really play them from the browser.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Well, yeah, you still can. Just the link above the SoundCloud.
Yeah, but now I'm trying to find it where your stuff was.
Where my stuff was, I messaged it to you.
Yeah, it was,
there
I
it
think
is.
it was in both.
I have to copy the link. Copy.
Oh, let me just say now, I guess. That
Alright.
that sound right. I think that's mixed with the bass, right?
It's separated.
Yeah. It's already in 2 separate tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that one of them could. You're doing good. I was gonna say one of them could be solely on, and I was thinking that one of them could be like more of the high and crisp thing, and then the crisp one could be a little higher because I don't
Yeah,
want
well,
it to affect
so
the bass.
generally what you want to do if you're making a really fat 808 like that with a lot of mid bass and high end, you want to completely separate, and the low one is going to be just a pure sine subwave.
Yeah. So what I was thinking that because of that, well, in the intro, I thought that sound could be a little louder, but then when the drop came, those sounds were like the right volume, and I think those should be like the same type of volume, so you don't lose volume, but you still have build up.
You mean for the like in the intro?
Yeah, in the intro.
Well, the reason I put them lower is because I want them to tease, but I don't want them to actually be the 808 that hits in the drum.
Yeah, I didn't want the 808 to be higher. I just wanted the high end to be higher. Like just so it's just a little more crisp. So like
It's the exact same volume. The only difference is I actually lowered the sub.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the sub has to be lowered. I mean, yeah, it sounded the sub wasn't really the mine. It was just like the higher crispies. They could have been a little higher just because it
Maybe
Yeah,
I could fix that with EQ, rather, because I don't really want a volume boost. Otherwise, it'll just take over in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just the higher end, just to make it a little more like crispy. Yeah.
So, Sanity, is your name within Sanity or with Insanity?
Yes,
Which one is it?
agreed. It's both.
Yeah, pretty smart. And what does your logo mean?
There's actually a backstory to it.
Please tell us.
Number one, it looks pretty fucking insane.
Okay.
But two, it's actually that logo is drawn based off of a hand in one of my tattoos that is of my favorite anime character.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Which one?
Killua, Hunter x Hunter.
Oh yeah, the electric gun.
the assassin. Yep.
Yeah. Now that you say that, the nails are also like his.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
no, I
that's
noticed
the whole
that.
point, because he one of his skills is he can kind of push his nails out so he can use them to slice people's throat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that and the meth guy that comes in your house. How?
Wait, what?
No, never mind. I'm tired.
I wonder if that gives you that power. Grow out your nails. I've always wanted that power, actually. Like throw a pig or something. You know, with that sound, right?
Yeah.
I think it could be a little bit of like a volume, like maybe not volume automate, but I'm kind of thinking like bring it to the forefront and bring it back, kind of like a.
Actually, my idea of it is I think I'm gonna add a kick attack to it, which will kind of give that effect that you're talking about, where it like kind of comes in and then goes away and then comes back. Because they're from the start of that sound to the end, there actually is a bit of a space in the middle. So if I add a kick attack, because right now it doesn't have enough impact put next to the hardstyle kick. So if I add a kick attack, then it'll be the double kick still, and it'll kind of kick and then away and then come back.
Yeah, I was just thinking like not really like an automation space, but just like dip and then come back. So it kind of feels like it's like stepping back, but like you know what I mean.
What do you think of that lead? Because like, what's funny is like I'm used to making really weird, creepy, dark sounds with my music, and so this is the first time like I'm done a little more standard trap, with a nice long sustained bass and that kind of big room type lead. And so I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm not really sure if I'm feeling this. And then I sent it to a few friends, and they're like, dude, this is like the best song you've ever made. So I'm like, not sure how I feel about it right now.
Yeah, this is actually like pretty good time for me because like a month ago I started dipping into like more EDM, like harder EDM, like dubstep type of stuff, and I came across the same problems where like I need to have like one thing at a time so that I can showcase everything, So like kind of just like finding that spotlight is like kind of hard sometimes, but yeah, always have like something hit with an impact.
Like, I mean, if you check my other music, dude, like it is so dark, so creepy. I've got a Death Step collab song. I've got like horror themed trap and like neurofunk drum and bass. So this
That's
song,
funny.
even though it's still kind of heavy trap, it's still out of my element.
That's so funny because I'm like the smoothest person alive. Like, like I use all like acoustic instrument replications and acoustic instruments and just like record like nice harmonies. Like so opposite.
like what the weird thing is that a lot of times I still have a weird melodic element to it too, even though it sounds creepy. Because I like writing in minor keys, and I believe it's the Ionian mode. If you're getting into musical modes, yeah, the Ionian's the darkest one, right?
Actually, Locrian is pretty dark and
Yeah.
pretty too.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Locrian, Phrygian. I know I just stay away from Dorian.
Yeah. Dorian, you enter Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah, so like I really like having like strong musical, like actual musical elements in my EDM. Cause like I grew up doing a lot of rap music.
Impact.
let's listen to this track.
Ooh. Hey, is this Plato? Nope.
A mode's still a mode, my friend.
Yo, whose song is this? This is.
I think
fucking
that
dope.
arpeggiator could move around a little more. I think you can. There's a little more room for it to move around, especially in that build-up, because I feel like it creates a little bit of different tension.
I just write in minor because 90% of dance music is minor.
Yeah. Unless you're into future bass.
Unless what?
Unless you make a lot of future bass. A lot of future basses.
Yeah.
But I like making minor key future bass.
Drop it. How'd you guys feel about this kick?
I like the kick, but I'm a little worried about the high peaks that, like, I'm not really listening. I'm kind of listening through the stream at a low volume powered right now because you already have a lot of brightness in the chord stack.
Yeah, the chords are really lush, definitely.
I love those chords, but as soon as you add that, the brightness just becomes a little too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to a little bit more just because I was making a Twitch account so I could answer in text.
I know what it is. I'll wait till the end, and then let me know.
really like this part.
Ooh.
That's the contrast that we talked about.
Cool track, Alessandro D'Amato.
Okay, so the issue is I played it in my own browser, and immediately I heard the issue, and then it's ducking under, but it's still coming through a lot. So I would say take the sidechain off of just of that symbol, like put it on its own bus, route it through so it's bypassing that sidechain, and then duck it under as a whole. So that way it still has that loudness that you want, but without that initial, like, it's almost like it has an attack of its own on it. That's just a little too much.
I think maybe even just like putting it on another side chain, just opening that release a little bit and finding the right pump to get the click away.
I don't feel like side chaining cymbals is really ever a good thing. You kind of want those to crash over things, right?
Yeah, I mean, but if you want it to fade into the mix, like a really light side chain never hurts, Just have
I guess
it's all taste.
Maybe a multi-band sidechain.
Yeah, maybe
So that way you're ducking the mids, but keep those highs to crash through.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good midway. Yeah.
And what was you guys' favorite aspect about the track? I like the chords a lot.
I like the chords, but I think even better than that, I like the timbre of the chords. I like how it's just like that JP8000 type super saw sound that we're all familiar with. It's very reminiscent of like songs that we've heard, but it still gives that originality.
My favorite aspect would be how flawlessly he pulled off the transition between this super deep, hard, growly, powerful, like Complextro style drop and transitioned into this beautiful melodic and airy chords. Like just the contrast there and the way he switched between them was so flawless. I love that.
Yeah, and in the end we went from Avicii straight to Deadmau5, That was crazy.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to Clay Tyler, Astronaut.
Yeah, I know Clay Taylor. Clay Taylor, come to my feedbacks.
I just wonder how it'll be when I'm famous. I just know I got my fam and they mean so much to me. Yeah, have some trust in me, keep me company. Please don't fucking run from me. Working every day, that's an afterthought. Rolling through my town like an astronaut. Giving you my love, yeah, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Working every day, that's an afterthought. Rolling through my town like an astronaut. Giving you my love, yeah, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. I'm just feeling ripped apart. Yeah, I'm coming from the bottom and I need to start. Yeah, running through these ways now. I'm just rolling through my town through these days now.
Yeah, I'm moving up in different ways now. Hoping one day it will blast and then I'm getting paid now. Yeah, we're all a part of the system. If you gave your heart, you will never forget it. People just don't want to listen. Yeah, you're on a mission. Yeah, I'm rolling up and you be falling down. Looking up at you be calling now. No talking now. I guess it's time to throw it all away. Yeah, I'm far from the same now. Yeah, I'm far from the same. Working every day, that's an afterthought.
Bilbao, yo, my man.
Nah. Giving you my love, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, working every day, that's an afterthought. Rolling through my town like an astronaut. Giving you my love, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Space time. Space
Alright,
time.
we ready?
Yes, we are.
I'll go first real quick. I fucking love Clay shit, but there's only two things I gotta say, and that's in that first break when you cut the drums. I feel like you have some needless percussion in there. Like, I get that you were trying to just keep it interesting, throw a couple of things in there, but I don't feel like it needs it in that first break. You know, there's a couple of snares in there. And the other thing is the vibrato on whatever pitcher you're using gets a little too strong on the longer notes and on some of the notes that kind of pitch down. So maybe like automate it to lighten up on those notes, because it creates this weird kind of vibration that just it kind of hits the ear wrong to me. But I do like the effect that the pitcher or whatever auto tune that you have on there is doing. It's just a little too powerful on those long notes.
I'm muted. Are you listening through monitoring speakers?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah. I can't afford that shit right now.
Oh.
but I am known for having a good ear, and I've trained myself to use the headphones that I'm using quite well.
Yeah, I'm listening through headphones too. I'm just wondering if you were getting that vibration. What headphones are you using?
Believe it or not, it's a Razer headset.
Oh, so you get that bass boost.
Yeah, which is why, like I said, I've trained
Very
myself to learn with that. Huh?
Yeah, because you listen. Yeah, because I bet you listen to a lot of like regular music on those headphones also, so you hear the average.
Well, I've also been producing for 8 years and used oversaturated bass headphones the whole time. So I've trained myself to match that to visualizers.
Yeah, we're pretty close. I've been doing it for a little less, maybe like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clay Tiller knows
commented-
me. He used to come to my streams, so he knows my feedback.
Mm-hmm. Everybody here is a streamer but me. Damn, I need to start. Oh, I guess I started already.
I actually quit for a while.
I need to actually get myself out there now, because I've made more tracks than I can count, and I just need to. I don't even want to put them out. I just want to comment on other people's tracks. Yeah, help the greater good, I guess. Yeah, I gave all my comments. I think that the vibe is nice. I think there could be a higher reverb that's just focused on the high end sounds, so that we hear the atmosphere fill out, and then have those hi hats when it's going. I think it can go like roll upwards and then back to the regular pitch, because that's what everyone's doing, and I think that you could stand out by doing what everyone else is doing.
That's an interesting take on it.
Well,
I
yeah,
like that.
when you sound more commercial, people turn their ears towards you, not away. You know.
Yeah. And see, with my music, that wouldn't quite work, because the entire goal with my music is to not sound commercial.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone has their own style, but I mean, this sounds like I don't know if you know Eden Project, or now he goes by Eden, but this is like his style.
Yeah.
And like his style is like the people that you hear on those EDM YouTube playlists. at least in 2013, 2014, like it's that sound. So
Yeah.
I hear that it could definitely go in that direction. And yeah.
Also, Clay, real quick, you might not even have to turn up the reverb. You might be able to just play with the settings of
EQ.
like, yeah, your EQ and your cut. Like maybe you increase the high cut or decrease it depending on what kind of
I'd say
sound
cut
you're
out
wanting to
everything.
come through.
I'd say cut out everything below 2K. Or not everything, but most of it, and just so it doesn't get in the way of the low, and then it just creates an airy atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bilbo Baggins, we're ready for you.
Yeah, I'll check Bilbo's, but where did Isan go? He's gone.
Okay.
We took over his stream, dude.
Yeah, switch the camera.
By the way, Clay Tiller, how you been? I haven't streamed in like 3 months now, 2-3 months. Turns out all my fucking viewers, like I went into a buddy's stream and he had all my old viewers, so I was like, oh shit, maybe I should get back into it.
Steal them back. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't have anything like I don't use my SoundCloud or anything, but my I just made my Twitch name to my Instagram name because I just post synth tips and DAW tips and some of my own stuff when I'm just making it. If you guys want to check that out, selfless.
I take it.
But I answer all the
What?
DMs, and if you want to send me tracks, I'll listen to them on my own time. Selfless plug for how many people, the 6 people listening right now. You don't need to follow me, just write it down.
Yeah, Clay, I've been not too bad. I didn't work on music for quite some time there. I felt really down on myself, and then I finally busted out the Maiden here. I was about to release the Maiden, and then fucking Blue Bears caught me, and he's like, yo, I want to collab on that. So I sent it to him, and he's going to fuck with it before I release it. So I'm going to release my version as a VIP edit. And then the Maiden ended up securing me a collab with Six Cap, who's a decently known hard dance and hard style producer.
Bro, I'm so pissed. Not pissed. I forget who it was. Oh, what's his name? Something on the track. KE on the track. His scout messaged me, and I emailed KE, and I guess it just got washed away.
Yeah, like fuck.
No.
You know, I had an A&R scout follow me on SoundCloud, and I was like, oh yo, and then he like unfollowed me like 2 hours later. I was like, what the fuck?
you listen
I'm
to
like-
the phone, bro. Come back.
I even had do you know Blur? Like as in the huge fucking trap duo. They got like some like 50K on SoundCloud and like millions of views and shit. I had Blur repost my fucking album, and I got nothing from it.
I guess people weren't listening that day.
I have Hilo, formerly known as Disfigure. Do you know Disfigure?
No, I'm not really a SoundCloud surfer.
Okay, yo. So you remember when Fade came out by Alan Walker?
I'm sorry, I was listening to the stream.
I said, you know when Fade came out by Alan Walker on NCS?
Oh yeah, Alan Walker.
Yeah, so Disfigure came out with Blank on NCS that same year, and it was huge. All the gamers used it. And so Disfigure is now Hilo, and he follows me, and I got nothing out of that either. So here I have these 2 fucking huge guys that tried to help me out, and nothing worked.
Well, he's gotta keep-
Guys, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's reset it. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna.
Hijack.
I think I'm gonna stop the stream, go take a shower, and start my day.
Oh shit! Alright. Well,
It's almost 8 in the morning. I have to go.
It's almost 3 in the morning here.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. It was nice.
yeah, no problem.
See ya.
Yeah.
How do I quit this?
How does one end a stream?